There we go. Good evening, everyone. We are live. So, very warm welcome. It is Sunday, the 3rd of July, 2022, and I can see Joanne is already logged in there. So, just whilst I start talking, see if anyone else gets logged in. We did have about 33 people on the MEETUP group said that they were going to be joining us live today, but let's wait and see. I do notice that the time on my computer as compared to the time on the streaming software is always a minute or two different. So it kind of tells me to get live and get going, and then it seems a little bit early for everyone. So, what have we got in store today? So I checked back on the system. We haven't actually done the Jive online with YouTube live stream for about 3 months. So I'm trying to rotate the dances every single month. So we're going to start with that little warm up, just get our body moving, make sure we've warmed up the ankles. I do need to ask you to make sure you've cleared a workout area somewhere you can dance. It doesn't need to be as big as mine. Remember, this is just where I record everything. But you do need to move the coffee table out of the way and make sure that there's no pets or children that you're going to fall over. So when we do start moving, you are all okay. Now, footwear. You're in your own house. You've got your own responsibility for your health and safety. If you do it in your bare feet, that is up to you. I would, however, recommend not doing it in bare feet and not doing it in slippers, okay? You might slip over, so some form of shoe would probably be appropriate so that you're not on your bare feet. Let us make a little start. Oh, more people looking in. Ronnie, it says Ronnie Divas. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's put the music on, let's have a little warm up of our bodies. This is all easy, follow along. So, if you've never done Jive before, if you did it many years ago and you think you've forgotten everything, if you just fancied looking at something different on the screen tonight, instead of watching a soap opera or the news, which is always horrendous, then welcome, okay? So this is just follow along, hopefully. Ask me questions if you need to. I'll turn around in between the songs and just check on the screen there. I can actually see it from here, which is great. Sometimes I have to come a little bit closer, but there we go. In fact, actually, I could do that whilst you guys are online. Let me just make my screen a little bit bigger, and then the chat will become even bigger. Woo! That's it. Now the chat's really big. Right now, I can see everything. That's interesting. It made my video screen smaller and my chat screen bigger. Now I can't see myself on the video screen, so I'll try not to go off the floor. Right, let's have a little warm up. I've got some slow swing music in here. It's all the copyright-free stuff, remember. I can't use all the really cool music. Little tap. Tapping in front. Relax. You can click your fingers if you want. Now watch my feet. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Use your body. Now we go for a walk. Walk. Tap. If you go backwards, make sure you know what's behind you. Front. Take that leg further out. Lean it back. Now toe heel again. Reach up. Little taps in front. slightly. Little flicks to the front. Tapping on the spots. Let's walk again. You can clap. Slide. Jazz hands. Every teacher loves the jazz hands. Tap it out. Toe heels. Now step touch. Can you touch behind? To break down 3 or 4 steps. Now, the majority of the steps are more or less from our East Coast swing or our ballroom jive. Now, the idea of jive, it's a loose term that actually covers a massive genre of dances. Okay, so in Europe we sort of adopted jive, and in the States it was more under the banner of swing. So we have Lindy Hop and we have Charleston. We have ballroom jive, you know, we have blues music. There's so many different types of music and dances that go with each of those. So a little bit, yes, this is all solo dance. Yes, Ronnie, good question. Everything that I do on YouTube is for solo dance. You do not need a partner. Too complicated to try and sort that out on YouTube. We end up going around the room, and I don't have a partner to dance with here. So when I teach my classes in my studio and in-person classes, I always grab someone from the class and use them to demonstrate. So I end up dancing with a cushion or something similar. So yeah, this is all solo. So this is all just have a little bit of fun. Now, we will do the steps. I always tell you if they're exactly the same as what we would do in the ballroom with a partner, or if they are purely solo steps. Okay, so let's look at the first one. We're going to do an 8 count basics. This has got 8. Okay, so we're going to start with our right foot. Step, step on the spot, and then I'm going to do a little side, close side to the side. Okay, listen to the types of words I'm saying. I try and make the sound of the words fit with the pattern of the feet. Step, step, side, close, side. 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 Last one, and side, close, side. Now, once we get going a little bit faster, you will find that we go more onto the balls of the feet and we take the heels out of the floor. And I'm going to be moving like this, okay? Like I'm pedaling into the floor. So it's soft from the ball to the heel. And you can see that the knees are going ooh, up and down. One leg straight, other leg bent. Okay, let's do that step again, a little bit more motion. Step, step, side, close, side. 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 Okay, so that is a nice basic 8 count which works well for solo dancing because we are not saying that we need to be on one particular side or another like we would do with a partner. So we'd say, oh, I'm always going to do this on my right foot or always on my left foot. Nice and easy to go from side to side. Let's add in a little back rock step. So same rhythm, I'm going to go back, rock, side, close, side. Back, rock, side, close, side. Back, rock, side to side, There we go. And it's an 8 count. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. A little faster. 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8. So, most of the videos that you see online for solo dancing, you will see some version of that step. Now, if we were in the ballroom or we were dancing with a social dance partner, the lady step would be back rock on the right foot and a side, close side twice. Back rock, side, close side, close side. Back rock, side, close side, close side, back rock, side, close side and side, close side. And equally, the gent step would be on the other side. Left foot would be doing the back rock, side, close side, close side, back rock, side, close side, once more, side, close side and side, close side. So you can see, if you're dancing with your partner, one of you's doing the back rock on the right, the other's doing it on the left, and it's a mirror image, okay? We call that a 6 count basic or a back rock basic. Lots of different terms for it, a fall away with a chassis, so lots of different terms. We don't need to be worried about that, we're just going to move tonight, okay? The whole idea is to just get the music on and get going. We'll go back to our 8 count because that's nice and easy for us, okay? When we're dancing on our own, let's stick to 8 because it's easy. So I'm going to point in front. We did this in the warm-up. Okay, you can either tap it on the floor and bring it back and step on it, or if you feel comfortable taking it off the floor, you're going to point your toes a little bit. So if I turn sideways, you can see, point in, and I've got a slight retraction of the knee before I bring it in. Flick. Imagine there's something on the end of your shoe. You're like, oh, trying to get that off my shoe. Oh, something's stuck. Okay, you're like, okay. So it's not just a footballer's kick. Okay, not that I know how footballers kick because I don't play football, but you know what I mean. It's not that kind of how I would imagine kicking a ball, right? So my toes are pointed, and I flick and retract in, flick. Now, if you don't get the retraction, doesn't matter. Just get the leg out in front, flick and flick and flick, and point the toes. That's all we need for the next song. You're going to follow me, we're going to get all of that going with the music. Oh, that was the wrong one. It's fine. We're going to tap it on the spots. The right foot is doing the leading on the count of 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In front. Now flick it off the floor. March in place. The 8 count with the march. 5, 6, 7, and march, march, side to side. March, march, side to side. Tap in. March in. 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do it here 4 more times. Add in your back rock. Again, last 4 times. From the very top, very top. In front. Marching on the spot. 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Add in your back rock. Tap it out. Flick it in front. March. Eight counts. Back rock. Whee! Okay guys, so I'm going to just look at the questions there. So, Joanne's asking, is the Turkish Towel and the Drunken Sailor going to be in this dance class? I'm going to see if I'm going to get time where I'm going to get to Joanne. I would possibly think that that might be in our improvers class, which is a little bit later on. So I'm aiming to finish this class around 7:45, and then we'll get started at 8:30 with the improvers, and I'm going to throw a little bit more in there, and probably the Drunken Sailor is definitely going to be in there a lot. So, good question. Now, that just brings me to the fact that every single dance step will have a name of some kind. Okay, and it will normally be a globally recognised name that everyone would know the step by, or it might be a regional name that your particular teacher has put a little routine together, given it a name, or a particular dance step, which quite often they reflect the local culture. So a lot of steps get nicknames locally for a particular reason, okay? So especially in our salsa, we say things are a New York something or an LA something because they tend to have come from those particular areas, or a Cuban something or a Puerto Rican something, okay? So let's make a little start because I want to show you the next step. Now, I'm going to twist gently and carefully my heel and the inside of my arch towards my curtains, okay? There I go, twist. Now don't put any weight on it just yet, okay? I'm just twisting. There's no weight on the ball of that foot. It's very, very light. And I'm just twisting, 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 just to get the idea. Try it on the other leg. You need to move the weight onto the right foot. So we need a standing leg and a working leg. Okay, you'll hear that a lot in dancing. The teacher will say to you, there's a standing leg or a working leg, okay? So it normally means that you've got your weight on one leg to hold you up, and the other leg is doing the thing that they've asked you to do, okay? Now, I'm going to alternate. I'm going to transfer my weight one side to the other. Whichever side I put the weight on, I'm going to push the heel and the arch through to the front on the other leg, okay? So I'm going to put my weight down on my right foot, and I push my left arch to the front, and then I change, push my weight onto the left, and push the right arch forwards. Arms. You see lots of fancy arms on all of these videos. Put your arm movement in, do all these beautiful arms and everything. Don't get me wrong, there's some fantastic stuff out there on YouTube. But the brain doesn't work that quickly, especially not in a beginner's class, so work from the ground up. Get your feet, and see when you're copying me and you're fine with the feet, then start to think a little bit more about your weight and your hips. Are they doing something correctly? Then think about your posture and eventually your arms. We don't need to do it all at once, okay? However, a neutral position for practicing and just not losing your balance is somewhere here. A little bit of a gap under the armpit. I always say let the armpit breathe, just to be polite. Arms slightly in front. Imagine I'm on a shopping trolley, okay? I'm at a supermarket, I'm roughly there on there. Supermarket, shopping trolley, and wrists are down, okay? So my wrists are slightly down, so I look like that, all right? Now, posture, for most of our dances will be a little bit more upright, and we'll be here, although there are different dance styles depending on the step. Now, take a little look at my weight. This is me standing upright, okay? I'm sideways on for you, so dead straight, standing upright, tucking my tailbone, stand upright. My weight is mostly in the heels of my feet. That's not where I want to be prepared for my dancing. So to be prepared, I need to lean forward. Remember the Michael Jackson video where he did the big lean forwards, okay? It's like that, and I'm leaning forwards just enough to put the weight into the balls of the feet and not quite go to fall over. If you need to take your leg forwards to break your fall, you've just put the weight forwards too much, okay? But this is standing just, I don't know, waiting for the bus, waiting for the train, weights in the heels, I'm not ready. And think of it like the tennis players, okay? Wimbledon's on at the moment. You see them at the baseline, they're like this, okay? They're ready, someone's about to serve to them, and their weight is in the balls of the feet. They're constantly ready, and they can spring into action and spring forwards to find where the ball's going to go, okay, and connect and obviously try and hit the serve back to the opponent. So it's like a runner. Runners are like this in the blocks, ready to go. Whee, spring out, yes? So we always need to be ready. For dancers, this is normally with our, for our Latin dancers, let's correct that because not in our ballet and things like that, my goodness, get myself in trouble here. Latin dance is what we're doing tonight. So my weight's slightly forwards and here, okay? Right, let's do this step, boogie walks. Okay, here, here, here. Now I'm settling a little bit down into my hip and a little bit down into the heel, okay? Here. Now you can style it out with some little shoulder shrugs, or you can just do the feet. If you've got space to move forwards and back, do so. If you haven't, just keep them on the spot. As you can see, I do have a lot of space front to back, but where the camera goes online with the streaming software, it only gives me a certain depth of field here. When I'm on the recording software, I can go a lot further into the room. So I don't want to disappear off the camera. So I'm going to get about 4 going forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to have to come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So that's just our little boogie walks, all right? So we just kind of enjoy the boogie walks. Now let's look at the flicks. We're going to spice up those flicks a little bit. Okay, we're going to do single, single, double. So 1 each side and then 2 on the one side. So I'm going to go right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Counting with the numbers, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice that at the end, on the double side, here, flick, I'm just resting the toe on the floor, and then flick, and then I step on it fully, okay? So I'm going flick, step, flick, step, flick, rest, flick, step. I'm using all the 8 counts, okay? All the 8 counts for that. So we've got our little boogie walks, and we've got the flicks single, which we did earlier, and now we've got the flicks with the single, single, double. Let's track the music. Here we go, little boogie walks. Going forwards. You can take them round if you don't have much room to go forwards. I quite like going round. Let's do our little single flicks. Now let's try single, single, double. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Little taps in front. Let's take it from the very top. We have tap, 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 tap. Point it. 8 count basic in place. Four more. Last 2. Add in your back rock. Single flicks. Boogie walks. Other way. Single, single, double. Tap it out. From the very top again, all the way through. Pointing in front. Count in place. Back step. Boogie walks. Single flicks. 5, 6, 7, and single, single, double. Single, single, double, step. Single, single, double, step. Okay, how are we doing for questions? No more questions at the moment, that's great. If you do have a question, just type it in the little message box. I can see there's 5 of you watching, which is fantastic. Thank you so much. Let's add on a couple more cool steps. I'm just going to grab my water. If you guys need to do the same, please do so. Okay, let's combine our back rock, our little side closed side, which is called a chassis, and a couple of flicks. This is a nice little 8 count. We're going to do back, step, side, closed side, flick, step, flick, step. Let's do it again. Let's practice it on the right foot starting first, then we'll do it on the left in a second. Back, rock, side, close side, flick, step, flick, step. Do it again. Back, rock, side, close side, flick, step, flick, step. Now, you might have noticed that when I do the back rock, I'm actually crossing slightly on the diagonal. So here my back rock is going diagonal. I keep my head and shoulders looking to my curtains. That's my imaginary partner. If I was dancing with a partner, they'd be there in front of me, okay? So when I cross behind, it's a force of habit because we would normally be attached to our partner like this, okay? So I can't just pull back and do a big step Okay, I can't just go wherever I want. I have a limited amount of space to go away from my partner. So it's small, and I go back, rock. But when we're dancing on our own, you can make it as big as your space allows, and as much effort as you want. You can get a nice workout. That's all entirely up to you. So there is a difference between when we do it with a partner and when we're doing it on our own, okay? And if the music is fantastic, you get a bit excited, you can go as big as you like. Now, so I'll do that back rock again. Back, rock, side, close, side, flick, step, flick, step. Now this should have allowed me to have my left foot free. My weight should have finished on my right. I've just put it down. My left foot is good to go. So we're going to repeat this now, starting with the left foot. And it will give us a nice 8 counts either side to get right and left. So here we go. Back, step, chassis to the side, flick, step, flick, step. Do that one again. Back, rock, chassis to the side, flick, step, flick, step, and now your right foot should be available. Let's do both halves. And back, rock, chassis, flick, step, flick, step. Back, rock, chassis, flick, step, flick, step. Back, rock, chassis, flick, step, flick, step. Back, rock, chassis, flick, flick, back and chassis, flick, flick. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's a few more people watching. That's great. Thanks so much for supporting me, guys. Questions in the chat, I will answer in a minute. So we've got a little 8 count there. So let's just have a little think about how we're going to do this. We're going to do our 8 count basic, which is our back, rock, chassis, back, rock, chassis. That's going to be our first step. Okay? Now we're going to do that new step. Back, 1 chassis, 2 flicks. Back, 1 chassis, 2 flicks. Back, 1 chassis, 2 flicks. And back, 1 chassis, 2 flicks. So as you can see, it nicely moves us from one side to the other, which is fabulous. Oh, Ronnie, yeah, you got it. It's good. Yeah, let me know if you're getting it, guys. If you're not getting it, don't worry. Okay, the wonderful world of video, you can watch this back at any time. You can go back through my other playlists. I've got a Jive playlist there. All the links, by the way, are in the description. So when the live broadcast is finished, if you want to look at this in the future, I've put the links in there already. Go down below, you will see the link to my Jive Solo Beginners playlist. There's lots of little routines, there's lots of little classes and so on in there, and there's some links to the music and so on. But everything's in there. If you can't find it, drop me a message. Let's start to do those 2. I'm going to go there and back 4 times. So right, left, with our basic 8 count. Then we do it again with the flicking one. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. We've got to go again. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and again. There we go. So that is the whole thing done 4 times. Okay, so we're doing 4 counts of 8. Remember that first one only has 4 counts there, 4 counts back, so a whole count of 8 is there and back. So I'm doing that 4 times over. And then the next one, it takes us 8 counts to get there and 8 counts to get back, so it's actually 4 times. Sounds very confusing, but I'll keep calling it out for you. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2 flicks. And again, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2 flicks. So on this one, we're only there and back 4 times. This is the last one. Okay, how are we doing for time? Loads of time. Let's put a bit of music on. That one was a little bit quiet for me. I like things a little bit more lively. As you know, we're on YouTube and we have to be respectful to their YouTube copyright policy, so I'm only using the tracks that I've been able to download properly and that are copyright free. 8 count basic. Joanne says she's going to have bruises on her legs tomorrow. Oh no, my fault. 8 counts. Join me when you're ready. Second section. 2 flips. From the top. Back basic, 8 counts. One more. Last 2. Second section. From the top. Last 4. 2 more. Second section. Pause, timeouts. Oh, do I get 2 more now? I want to get section 3 in. Okay, so we've got a third one. And if we go back in the chat there, Joanne mentioned about a drunken sailor. So let's see if we can get what is going to lead up to a drunken sailor step. Now, the idea of this is that you step on a foot, you change your weight quickly to another foot, and then you come back to the first foot, okay? Now in dance in general, all styles of dance, this is a ball change. So what happens is I'm on one foot, I push to the ball of the other foot, and I change my weight back, okay? Ball change action. So when you hear in routines and you're watching other people on the YouTube and you hear the teacher say step ball change, kick ball change, flip ball change, something ball change, okay? There's an action that comes before it, and then there's a ball change step, okay? That's what they're talking about. They're talking about putting the ball of the foot, then changing the weight back onto the other foot, and there'll be some step that comes just before it, okay? Oh, I'm just going to have to just do this here because the chat is running off the bottom of the screen. Hold on, let me scroll down. Woo! Don't want to lose anyone. Okay, and I've got another question there from Joanne. I've got about the toe heel swivels. Yes, I'll come back to that one in a minute, Joanne, at the end. Okay, so ball change action. Okay, now these drunken sailors, basically we have a lot of steps in our salsa as well, and jive, where I say to people, look drunk. Okay, it's like you are staggering across the dance floor. All right, now I'm going to put my weight back onto my right foot. And then I'm going to put the ball of the foot out and then change my weight back to the right foot. Remember I said it's something ball change. So this is cross behind, ball change. Cross behind, ball change. Cross behind, ball change. Now, if you're on a carpet at home, just be careful because there is a little bit of a twisting motion. We normally look to the corners, okay? And we are constantly twisting from one to the other as we do this. Back, ball, change. Back, ball, change. Back, ball, change. Back, ball, change. But if you're limited with your floor, do not ruin your knees. The whole idea of these classes is not to give yourself knee ache. I do have a video which I talk about dance shoes and getting sliders that go over your trainers. I'll put a link to it in the description once the live broadcast finished, but you can see it in my playlist. There's a top tips for beginners. There's a whole video on choosing shoes, or even just getting little dance sock sliders that you can do for home, okay? But just go with what you can do without twisting your knees, for goodness sake, please, health and safety, okay? And if you have to do a clunky version without any twisting, then do it. We need health and safety first. Cross and change, cross and change. This is me without putting any direction or twisting. This is safe on my knees. I'm not twisting, I've got no resistance on the floor. It's lovely and safe. Here, you want twist if you can. If not, don't worry, okay? All right, so that is our cross behind. So drunken sailor is back whilst my body's facing the right hand corner. Ball, I start to look at the left. Change, I sit down. Back, ball, change. Back, ball, change. Do I look drunk? Do I look like a sailor? Must admit, I've never seen any sailors getting off a ship looking like this. I did live in Portsmouth for a while, and we saw plenty of sailors getting off the ships. Okay, now, Joanne's question, 2 comments below, before. Can you put a heel-toe swivel in with the boogie walks? Well, you can, Joanne, but that would be quite an advanced step, okay? So, toe, heel, or heel-toe swivels is this action, okay? So you'd have to get toe, heel, and then you've got to get your weight over here, okay? So you could, there's nothing wrong, you could try it, okay? So you could go toe, heel, down, and toe, heel, down. I think you might find that you end up swiveling on the boogie walks with the foot on the standing leg turned in a little bit too much. Okay, so I would personally say that those combinations would be a little bit tricky because on the boogie walks, you're pushing the heels through the centre and forwards. So even on the one that I'm not pushing through, look, my left foot here, I'm doing the boogie walk twist on this side, and my left foot's got the weight on it, but my left toes are pointed. If I've just done a toe heel, and then I settle on that to do the boogie walk, my left toe's now pointing to the right. So I do think that you would struggle to get those in there, especially at this level. So I would put a pause on that. I do toe heel swivels on their own, and then, if you know them, and then I'll do those in the next class as well. And then I put the drunken sailors separate, okay, to the toe heel swivels. That would just be my advice for today. Now, let's see if we can get that back ball change, which on its own is a drunken sailor, and it's very energetic. Let's put 2 flicks before it, so again we get another little count of 8. This time I'm going to flick to the corner, flick to the other corner, and then do the back ball change. Arms up for balance. Left leg is now available. Flick, flick, back and change. Flick, flick, back and change. Flick, flick, back and change. I'm just checking how we're doing for time. Don't want to run over time and delay you all. And don't forget, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause and change the playback speed. Eventually, once this is updated and the live stream is finished, give it half an hour or so, then you can always go back into the video and you can put the little cog on the YouTube, and you can change the playback speed of any video on YouTube. So please use that. It's really useful for dance videos to slow them down. Click on the little cog in the top right hand corner and then slow it down to half speed, okay? Let's put this in with the other 2 sections and then we can dance it with the music. We had back rock, 8 count basic. Four more. Last 2. Then we have the second section, back, rock, chassis, flick, flick. Those flicks are facing the front. Do not confuse them with section 3. Back, rock, chassis, front, front, back, rock, chassis, front, front. Now, right foot is going to do the 2 flicks. I flick across myself. I start with the opposite corner to the leg that I'm using. Then I flick to the other side. Put it behind, ball change. Do it again. Flick, flick, back, ball change. 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 Any questions, queries or problems, do type them in now. Grab water. We're going to put all of those 3 sections together. Let's put the music on. Let's see how it goes. Let's see where we get to. Eight count basic to start with the back rock. Five, 6, 7, and back rock. Last 2. Second section. 2 flicks. That one again, just with the music. Now, double flip corner. Point those toes. Last 2. From the top. Last one. Section 2. Once more each way. Double corner flicks. So it's like a drunken sailor, but it's underturned. It's still a back ball change, but there's less turning after those flicks. From the top. Section 2. Double corner flicks coming up. Last 4. Let's go back to some of those moves from the beginning. Boogie walks. Heels through. And tapping, lean back. Single, double on the flicks. Basic. Section 2. Okay, so everyone breathe. If there's any questions or queries, do type them in the chat. Thank you so much, Joanne and Ronnie, for your input there. It is great to see people and hear via the chat there how they're getting on. We're going to do a little cool down now and just have a little stretch. Okay, so if you're wearing shoes and you want to kick them off now, you can do so in bare feet, as long as you're not going to slip. That is absolutely fine. Do watch out for the space around you. Let's have our little cool down. Nice big shoulder rolls. Roll them backwards. I will face the front when we get to the technical bits. Oh, Ronnie, thank you so much. Okay. Guys, I always advertise on my meetup group, my Facebook group, and in my website what days I'm doing what classes, live on Zoom, live on YouTube. Just one little stretch. And again, sideways. To the ceiling. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, get the notification bell on YouTube. Or sign into my members site, it's all free. You just got to put an email address in, get a login. Then you'll get all the notifications. Guys, I'm going to turn around and we're going to just stretch those heels and ankles. Right foot, tuck it behind your left, T-shape. Going down, tailbone in. Feel that on the backs of the heels. The right elbow. Open those arms. Right foot steps out. Left toes are up. Lean on your right leg. Flat back, chin up. Toes go down. Move the weight to the left leg, ski slope position, feet in parallel. Get the back heel down. Oh, to the ceiling. Hips forwards. Guys, other side, left behind right. Sinking down. Left tricep. Stepping out. Guys, I'm back online 8:30 for the improvers section. We're going to pick up the pace, dance a lot more with the music, and add in some nice cool steps. Toes going down. Weight into that right leg. Nice and parallel, bring that back heel parallel. Toes coming in. Ooh. Guys, we're going to come here with a nice little rounded lower back. Round off, bend the knees. Relax that lower spine and arch. Looking up. Roll through it. Hunch, looking down. Guys, give everything a big shake and give yourselves a nice big round of applause. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Hit the little subscribe button, hit the little notification, and thank you so much. Any questions, queries or problems, leave a comment. I can always come back to it at another time and I will update the links below, and I will see you hopefully at some point soon in another video. Have a lovely evening. Bye bye.